Baiona. So we had a rough time the first days. Now yesterday and today were really smooth, but also no wind. So unfortunately, we had to motor quite a big part of the way.
But we were accompanied by many dolphins.
Although the upcoming storm meant we couldn't move on for another 3 days, we were happy about the waiting time. Baiona is a former fishing village that had become a lively town, and we were keen to discover what else there was to see other than the excellent tapas bars. On a stroll through town, we came across a school kids flea market and some rather unusual Christmas traditions. And being deprived of dancing in the last days, we couldn't resist rock beats from a bar and spent the evening shaking the sailing stiffness out of our bones.
Hello, so it's Monday, the work week started, and we're on a very important and very controversial task, which is our meal plan.
And we're in between being all about each and every detail and between being just like, okay, let's go to the supermarket, just buy some stuff and see what comes out.
And yeah, it's just very exhausting. I think that's also the most amount of time we spent so far discussing with the team of who likes to eat what and who eats what usually, but then again, what is actually the reality and what people eat on the boat. So it's a nightmare. So yeah, we're trying to really make a strict list now and then just arrange everything per week so that we don't use up the ingredients from week 3 already in week 1. And we're currently planning to really buy basic ingredients for the next month, because we have about a month until we arrive in Martinique if things go well. And the fresh stuff, we will chop it up again in the Canaries. And yeah, we just hope that we won't start eating each other. How do you feel?
I feel happy to be back with my beer.
Je crois que c'est tout.
C'est tout.
C'est tout?
On va mourir de faim.
C'est pas
Ça va
beaucoup,
pas?
non? Il y a beaucoup de chips, ça c'est sûr.
Je suis inquiet un peu.
Après, oui, des choses pour le petit-déj. Ça n'a pas l'air d'être beaucoup.
Now, our heads were spoken when we thought of food, but we finally had everything except fruits and veggies on board to be autonomous for 4 weeks.
So the routing I'm doing is basically coming down this line of wind to Madeira,
right away.
and then running south down, to the western edge of the Canaries. So we're going to be passing here on Christmas Eve, which will be a bit frustrating because we'll be partying and
The only one who wants to party is you anyways.
And we'll be going, Nina, it's your watch, the waves are like this, the wind is like this, watch out for fishing boats, blah blah blah, I'm off to bed. Nico, there is a proper tool for it on the dining room table.
Something that's so funny is that we started in this weather on our first sailing day and we felt like shit. Now we're here and it just feels amazing. Flop! You might be as surprised as we are. This video was released just 1 week after the last episode.
What? Chaka! Yoo-hoo! The last months, we've learned the hard way what it means to want to realize all of your dreams all at once. Traveling low budget, visiting ecological communities, and making good videos about it. But we feel like we slowly got the hang of it, and we know exactly what we need.
One of the main struggles is public Wi-Fi, as it tends to just break down halfway in the upload. But by supporting us on Patreon and buying us a SIM card to be independent from that, or just enabling us a place to work efficiently and have peace and quiet without any tropical rainstorm to watch out for that might hit our tech equipment, you would be a great support.
Exactly. And in return, we'd love to meet you. We have a monthly Q&A for people who support us, where you can ask all the nitty-gritty details about our backpacker's life, and we might even sing a song for you.
If you want that. Well, for more information, just click in the video description on the Patreon link to find out what you can do.
And see you there!
I had my night shift from 6 to 8 o'clock, which is my favorite night shift because it's like shortly before it becomes light. And there were many stars out and kind of got used to the wind as well, so it wasn't much of a deal. But there was this wave that I didn't expect and that was higher. So that one just rolled on top of me and I chipped off 2 teeth and hit my cheek, and the life was inflated, so I was just lying there feeling how the water was trickling over my head.
It's the same symptom as for when you're sitting in a room for too long, isn't it? In the first days it feels just like so cool, okay, you've got a room, there's nothing to do during the whole day, so you can just lay down and relax and just let your thoughts wander. But yeah, at some point, I mean, we've got the autopilot in the background. I don't know if you hear that. And it goes all day, all night.
And then you have the waves.
And it's just that at some point you say, ooh, okay, you know, every Achterbahn
roller coaster has an end.
And this doesn't.
What's up?
Yo! We're at the end of a second day on our crossing from Baiona to the Canaries. And as expected, things are getting rougher. So now actually we're at around 30 knots of wind speed, and it's going to go up to 35 this night. And yeah, these are conditions that are usually manageable on a sailboat. It's just that we realized that this boat really in particular is not made for these conditions. We had the first breaks already. We have a little tear in at the very base of our genoa, but just when it enters the track, it's separated from the little line that's sewn into it to hold it into the track, which is really bad. I mean, it's a brand new sail, so that really shouldn't happen. And the furler doesn't work correctly, and then also with all the movement of the boat, we jammed the sliding door, the main entrance, before it got stuck, so I had to repair it again. But it's just obvious, the boat is not made for these conditions, and so we try to treat it as carefully as we can. And before we knew it, it was Christmas, which we celebrated with a glorious dip in the open ocean. And our boat had decided to treat us to a special present, a clogged blackwater pipe. Shit is happening, or rather not happening, because one of our through-hulls of the boat is blocked, which happens to be the one that all the shit and urine is supposed to go into the sea through. And so that's why I'm equipped with this wonderful tool, and I'll try to deblock it. Youhou, shit mission! C'était pas celui-là. En fait, si je regarde d'en bas, je peux même voir un peu de lumière.
So after a very, very traditional Christmas day with swimming in the Atlantic Ocean and the shit mission, we do have a traditional German potato salad. Grandma's recipe. Let's hope she'll be proud of us.
We didn't have a Christmas tree, but during the night from the 24th to the 25th of December, we passed Madeira at only a mile from land. And that was just as beautiful. And it turns out Santa Claus even found us on the open ocean.
Magnifique, merci beaucoup Père Noël.
So how is it to do a crossing on a sailboat? It's certainly more demanding than we thought. Sleep deprived and with first symptoms of a cold, Nina doesn't hear her alarm and is late for her shift. That drives our skipper up the wall. The shift system is the basis of everything we do on board. But the beauty of the sky and the water around us, the luxury to be disconnected from everything and everyone, the cheerful team, a thrill and excitement overweigh. Many people have reacted to our journey saying, "I would never want to be on the ocean for so long. How awful to be in the wet and cold environment, and how boring to see only water the whole day." We found that it never gets boring. The ship needs constant attention. The weather conditions are different every day, and we felt so connected to nature, out in the wind and waves, gazing at the full moon at night, and watching the sun rise on the other side shortly after.
I see a bad moon rising. Then inside! Woohoo! This is Santa Cruz. And we've just taken out the Jenniker. And look at what an amazing day of sailing this is.
Notre star du bateau!
Aquí Marina La Palma, adelante.
Permiso por entrar a la marina.
Next time,
Good
we
morning.
finish our last preparations
John just told me it was covered in shit.
and finally cast off into the endless blue of the Atlantic Ocean.